能够跟我们说一下这个印度的点灯仪式是什么样的传统？
点灯仪式有点像我们中国的传统，有点像我们大概过年的时候，有时候祈祷祝福，点灯仪式代表祝福的意思。那他们呢有点像点灯仪式这样，点亮，等于说接下来的一年呢都会得到祝福。那好像我们有一些像我们中国的佛教里面有点像浴佛类似一样的意思。他们用点灯的形式，等于说这辆明灯呢就照亮就是整个的社区所有的人。那他们呢就接下来没有病痛没有这些诅咒这些，那他们以这样子的形式。
那今天我们除了就是州长会亲自到场以外，还有别的你知道什么官员有没有？
还有一些目前有到场的就是Jennifer Rajakumar， 他是第一位印度裔选到纽约州众议院议员。那他的选区就在乌黑本那地方，然后是另外一个区。那还有另外一位呢是在市长办公室的另外一位印度裔的，等于就是他们比较有代表性，他就比较多。那还有另外一位呢，也是在皇后区检察官办公室的特别助理，也是印度裔的。那其实，在各个部门呢都有印度裔的。那他们也想呢提倡就是这种的多元化，在每个政府阶级都有，会代表着每个社区去发生的。因为很多的现在呢，为什么像很多Diwali 呢，他们现在慢慢在整个纽约州也是像中国日一样，中国新年一样变成一个节日，让别人就记住有这种传统的历史。那包括呢接下去我知道呢还有更多的就是纽约州的议员在提倡说，是不是我们可以在纽约的公立学校里面加入这些，比如说有一些清真的这些教徒，他们专门吃的食物那甚至之后呢可以有特别的宗教的信仰，他们特别的食物，因为他们有哪一些食物是不能吃的。那我觉得这样子是呢更好的适应了。
这样也体现了纽约的一个多元化的一个社区跟民族文化跟特色。
对。
那今天我们有什么华裔的民选官员到场？
今天呢，目前呢还不知道。对。
你为什么过来参加这个活动？
因为第一呢，很多的时候，我觉得我们华人社区呢，很希望别人去支持我们的社区，支持我们的文化传统各个的节日那他们不同的主义，他们举办的时候，我们也要走出去，我们也要去支持。我们不支持别人，我们总不能要别人一起支持我们，对吧？那很多的，对，我们通过比如说我们在社交媒体方面传播那我们不同的活动去讲说，我曾经也有参加过这个活动，我也了解你们的文化的传统。
文化的相互融入跟了解。
因为他们有很多的习俗嘛，有一些东西，比如说在某个节日，哪些东西可以吃，哪些东西不可以吃，什么时间段可以吃，什么时间段不可以吃，就有这个区别。
以前有尝他们的美食吗？
对。
我发现他们的食品以油炸为主都基本上每一个都是裹上面粉，然后炸得厚厚的一层。
对，他们这个酱呢是很出名的，有点酸辣的。
对，酱还不错，但是我觉得他们的食品倾向就可能会不会像我们中国人给人的感觉就是像饺子之类的东西，给人一种不要过吧，其实应该好吃的应该不止这点。
对，他们这些食物呢就比较像于我们过年过节的时候吃的那些炸饺子那些饼干这类的东西。他们当然还有很多的好吃的。
谢谢。
State Senator Roxanne Prasad from Brooklyn. State Assembly Member Jennifer Rajkumar of Queens. Rockland County Legislator Annie Paul. Our host this evening, the President of Queens College, Mr. Frank Wu. And please extend a very warm welcome to the 57th Governor of the great state of New York, Governor Kathy Hochul.
Please be seated. Good evening, friends, and welcome back to Queens College. Thank you, Governor Kathy Hochul, for once again bringing the community together right here on our beautiful campus in the heart of the world's borough to celebrate Diwali, the Festival of Lights. Our governor is a friend of higher education and a frequent visitor here. She led a rally just a few months back in this very ballroom to address the terrible issue of hate crimes and provided funding for new programs to prevent and address the scourge that has afflicted us here in Queens. I want to thank the governor personally for standing up so strongly against bigotry and prejudice. Please join me in thanking her for all that she does. We are so humbled to host this important occasion right here in our Student Union Ballroom, a building which houses almost all of our college's clubs and student organizations, which reflect the diversity of our 20,000 strong who have come back in full force to enjoy Queens College, to be educated, to lift themselves up. There is so much commonality of purpose in tonight's celebration of the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. Here we are preparing future leaders, future citizens in every imaginable professional field, including with our new schools of arts and business. We're especially proud that Queens College is the home of the City University of New York's university-wide Asian and Asian American Research Institute, called ARG. It's led by Sonia Munshi, who is just joining us, who has just arrived. I think with Sonia, wave? Yes, that's Sonia in the back. Thank you, Sonia. I also want to recognize some of our distinguished guests. Guraji, His Holiness the Reverend, Dilip Kumar Thankupan, who graces us with his presence today. Lima Uma Mysakura, the president of the Hindu Temple Society of North America. Randir Jaisul, the Consul General of India. And Fazul Youssef, a representative of the Consulate of Guyana. It's wonderful to have you here. You are welcome always. And I'll close then by saying, tonight is actually the 85th anniversary to the very day of when this institution opened, first offering classes in 1937. We'll have a big celebration tomorrow. You're welcome to join our more than 400 guests who have RSVP'd for that. And at the campus library, just a short walk from here, we will premiere a new exhibit about the building of this campus and have an evening program to mark the special occasion. Our message to each and every one of you this evening, whatever your background, wherever you came from, joining in America, which beckons with hope and opportunity, is that we welcome you. We respect you. We hope you will not only continue to visit us here on special occasions, but know that we are here to educate you and your families and friends over the years to come. It's just wonderful to have Governor Kathy Hochul, such a leader for our state, visit us at Queens College. Thank you once again, Governor.
Namaste, Namaskaram, and Swagatam. I wish to begin with a prayer. Om Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyam Dhana Sampadaha Shatra Buddhi Vinashaya Deepajyoti Namostute Deepajyoti Parabrahma Deepajyoti Janardanaha Deepo Bharatu Me Papam Sandhya Deepa Namostute Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With my folded hands before the light that brings prosperity, auspiciousness, good health, abundance of wealth. I pray the Lord, the maintainer of this creation, in the form of light. I adore this light which destroys all our difficulties. May the enlightened persons of all ranks be protected by the Lord. May the powerful worldly forces present in the heavenly region, in the atmosphere, in the herbs, trees, creepers, animal kingdom, earth, water, light, heat, fire, air, the vast ethereal space be protected and become the source of peaceful life. O Lord, show us the right path in protecting the earth and its resources. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Diwali is festival of lights, signifying the victory of good over dark evil, both in society and within each of us. In fact, the Sanskrit root word with, div, refers to the light, to shine, to look bright. Hence, the bright sun is also referred as Divakara. Divya even means divineness. Divyam, the transcendental, and it is this very same root that formed the basis of even Latin divinus. Also, in English we call divine. So as we see the form of light in the history of language, the concept of the triumph of righteousness over the darkness in ancient, and it is universal till today. Like many other fall holidays, finding their roots in northern hemisphere cultures, Diwali also marked the last harvest of the year before the winter. The goddess of wealth, Sri Mahalakshmi, is thanked on this day to pray for the prosperous life ahead. Sage Vatsyayana noted this day as Shukaratri, meaning blessed evening. Even though it is observed on a dark new moon day, Diwali happens on the new moon day, which is a dark day called Amavasya. As such, Diwali marks the conclusion of the year and the new Vikrama Samvatsara, essentially the new year, commences on the following day. While the Ramayana tells us that the people celebrated the return of Lord Rama after 14 years of exile by lighting rows of deepa or diyas, the lamps, what Ramayana is conveying is really the power of righteousness over evil, light over dark, the homecoming of goodwill after an absence. Noted earlier, it is in the root of the word light that Diwali finds its name. While Deepavali is popularly known as the festival of lights, there is also a significant individual spiritual meaning, which is the awareness of the inner light. Deepavali is the celebration of this inner light, as well as the triumph of righteousness over evil in the world, the universe. I now welcome Honorable Governor Srimati and Saubhagyavati Kathe Hokul and other dignitaries to light the Deepa, the lamp, to mark the festival of light, Diwali or Deepavali.
Good evening and namaste. And Diwali Mubarak. Very, very happy Diwali to all of you. I am so honored to be here tonight as your governor, but also to be among friends. And first of all, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney. She has been a friend of this community for as long as I've known her, and she was so proud to be able to accomplish something that many had tried for a very long time, and that is to give this great significance and the honor to this beautiful celebration of Diwali by ensuring that there is a commemorative stamp, and I'll let her talk about that in a few minutes. But that is something I'm so proud that she achieved, because that is her respect for this community. Let's give her another round of applause. Also, our Senator M. Prasad is here as well. I want to thank you for your wonderful representation of this community. Jennifer Rajkumar, I want to thank her for all her leadership as the Senator for the city administration. Frank Wood, the president of Queens College, again, congratulations on 85 years. That's incredible, Frank. And of course, Pundit Ravi G, I want to thank you for all the work you do at the Hindu Temple, Society of North America. Incredible work you do to remind us of our presence how we're part of one community, how we all celebrate our diversity, but also to give a special place for people to worship, and I thank you for what you do. Also, Annie Paul, Rockland County legislators here as well. Yes, this is the first ever Diwali celebration hosted by a New York governor, so I'm delighted. In New York, we all know that diversity is truly our greatest strength. And so having your governor celebrate with our South Asian, Indo-Caribbean communities, our Hindu, Sikh, Jain, Buddhist New Yorkers, it's just long overdue. It's about time we all came together, because New York City is your home, New York State is your home, and among the community here are doctors and scientists and educators and entrepreneurs and engineers and attorneys and artists and wonderful cooks and chefs and writers and restaurateurs. It's what really makes New York State, New York City so incredibly vibrant. You heal us when we're sick. You got us through the pandemic, many of you. You kept us fed wonderful food. One of my favorite restaurants, I was at there just a few nights ago, the Jackson Diner. I've been there many times. That's the best. It's heart beef. But I would say we are far better off because of this community has chosen our community, this state to call home and to let us benefit from your talents and your dreams and your vision. So it's not just what we call the American dream, it's really what I call the New York dream. It's even more special. It's a place where we say we are one family. We come together as one. And also, let me tell you why Diwali is so relevant today. It is the story, as you heard from the pundit, the triumph of light over darkness and peace over conflict. And today, we look at what's happening in our society, in our own country, the divisiveness, and how people become very polarized. It doesn't have to be this way. Because, as we're reminded here today, this beautiful celebration, unity is the way forward. Unity is truly the way forward. And that's how we can take our state and our nation to a far better place. By working together. The fact that this holiday is celebrated by people around the world from many religions is a symbol of that ability to be unified in a common purpose. It's a great example of what we can do and what New Yorkers have always done. So let's focus on that message here tonight. Make sure we leave with that feeling in our hearts. And because we all want the same things for our families. We want our children to have a great education at a place like Queens College. They want a decent place, affordable place to call home. They just want to be able to raise their family in safety, something that's so critically important to me as well. And so no matter what the background or origin, we're all building the same state together in this very moment in time. And I, as governor, will continue to invest in public education and continue to invest in healthcare and to continue to invest in affordable housing and even have partnerships with great companies. All the states in the nation, they can go to, they're investing $100 billion in the state of New York, just announced 1 week ago today. And IBM just announced that they're going to invest another $20 billion in our state just less than a week ago. Combined $120 billion. Why is it so exciting? Because both those companies are led by Indian Americans. That is the power. That is the power of our entrepreneurs. We are making incredible products, but also giving people the dignity of a good job right here in the state of New York. So as we move this state forward, it includes all of you. That's what this Diwali celebration is all about. And may every aspect of your life be as luminous and wonderful as the lamps of Diwali. Thank you for joining us today. It is a great privilege of mine to bring up Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney to give a few reflections on Diwali.
I'm so honored to be here at this wonderful institution, Queens College, that prepares so many leaders of our community, with so many leaders. I was expecting students, but I'm seeing the leaders of the Indian American community along with senators. And I just have to say, Jennifer Rajkumar is of Indian descent, I believe it. She's dressed in the native dress. Stand up, let everybody see this beautiful dress she has. But she works hard, as does senators and all of the elected officials. And elections have consequences. We have a very important election coming up, and all of us should take that responsibility very, very seriously, because it has consequences for education, for economic development, for really inclusion, and for so many things. And aren't we proud of our governor, not only for her message of diversity and inclusion and recognition of Diwali, but really working with other people, bringing the state together, bringing in economic development dollars, billions of dollars. She's really done an incredible job. I just want to publicly thank you, not only for educational support, but for the commitments that she's been getting from private sectors for investment in our great country, so important. But we're here today to celebrate one of the most important holidays, Diwali. I joined in many celebrations with many of you, Dr. Jane and others over the years, and you asked me to do a Diwali stamp. So I put a Diwali stamp in, and it took me years to get it done. I had to do a resolution, I had to do legislation, we had rallies, we had petition drives, and the Postal Service that makes the decision, they were very focused on making money, and they didn't think that the stamp would make money. I said, have you looked at the Indian American community recently? It's millions of people who are successful, not only in America, but around the world. So when I finally passed the Diwali stamp, and it was very, very hard to do, I got all members of Congress on it, I finally had to go to, literally, to President Obama to get him to intercede to make that happen. So thank you, President Obama. So when we had the celebration at the Indian American Council right there, it was a beautiful event. Dr. Jane helped put it together, and the stamp sold out immediately. Sold out that day. And last time I checked, which was 2 years ago.
I just want to intervene. We did 100,000 stamps sold on the first day. That was a requirement from the
And it's